heading up Commercial Avenue West, and we go up this road for about 1.5 km, and then we should see Sutton Avenue, and we turn right onto Sutton Avenue, and then Sutton Avenue at the next roundabout becomes Sutton Town Road, I think it is, Sutton Town Road. And then we follow that right to the end, turn left, and we should just about be on our way, but I'll give you an update as we travel along. Come along Commercial Street West, or Commercial Avenue West, it seems to have two names, right down to the roundabout, which is about 1.5 kilometres from our accommodation. And you see the sign there, Sutton Avenue, so we're going to turn right here, and we'll go up, I think it's 500 or 600 metres, and then it will turn into Sutton Town Road. I don't know why, but I just cannot get that in my head. I keep saying Sutton Town, Sutton Forest. Anyway, we'll carry on. It looks like an old pub, built 1868. The Sportsman's Arms Hotel Stables. It's a bit hard to read that sign, but it's basically an old pub and horse stable. So just up ahead is the roundabout, and that's the start of Sutton Town Road. And we've got about 2 kilometres after that roundabout till we get to Pine Hall Road, and then we'll turn left. So yeah, another 2 k's to the next intersection. Sun's out, it's quite a pleasant morning. Enjoying the walk through town so far. We are just coming up to the end of Sutton Town Road, and ahead of us is Pine Hall Road. So we're going to turn left there, and we'll go about 1 kilometre along that road until we get to Hinton Road, and we'll take a right, and then we've got about 10.5 kilometres along that road. You can't miss the intersection. There's the proud home of Philadelphia cream cheese, and it's really good to see that we're still making something in Australia. Yay! Well, I was about to cross over and make our way down to Hinton Road, but we've got a shared bike pedestrian path here, so it's a lot safer than walking along the side of the road. Coming into Sutton Town, there's a school on our left, which I won't video because the kiddies are out playing in the playground, but I don't think there's much here. It's just a school and a few houses, although I did see a sign that there's a big land development with 300 blocks being released, so maybe Sutton Town will be something else in the future. Might have a shop or a cafe or something in it. So yeah, Sutton Town. So we're just coming up to Hinton Road, and I probably should have referred to the book because I was only, estimating the distances. So just to give you an idea, the Commercial Road West, which we first set off along from our hotel, was 1.7 kilometres until we got to Sutton Avenue, which of course turned into Sutton Town Road. Then it was 3 kilometres till we hit Pine Hall Avenue, turn left, and now we're at Hinton Road, which was 1.8 kilometres from the turn off. So to get to this point, you've travelled 6.5 kilometres to Hinton Road. So yeah, I was estimating my distances, but I just wanted to make sure I was accurate. So I've had a look at Luke's book, and he's kind enough to put all the distances in. So here we go on Hinton Road. So after today, we only have 2 more days to go before we reach Penola, and we still haven't met another pilgrim. We've met a couple of other walkers, but they were doing the Great Southwest Walk. We haven't met another pilgrim. Yeah, so it's a bit different to Spain, and we made some good friends on the Spanish Camino, and Danny, if you're watching, Was a Spanish guy we met and became quite good friends with, and shared a lot of the walking. Very smart, very fit, very fine young man he was. So we miss that element of it. It's kind of nice to come across, you know, other pilgrims and have a chat to them, but ooh, Bill Bennett won't like that. There's too much headroom. Let me go to there. Here we go. If you've seen the movie The Way My Way, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I think the chances of us coming across another pilgrim on the Aussie Camino are diminishing by the hour. But that's okay, you know, as I said, this is a different type of Camino. It's one where, you know, you're alone with your thoughts and you can be quite reflective and think about a lot of things. Yeah, it's about as much wisdom as I can come up with for today. Anyway, on we go. It's amazing, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere. We're probably not, of course, but you come across these little gems and this really well manicured hedge, and you know, behind the fence is just a really, I won't show it on the video because I think it's a bit of an intrusion on privacy, but just a really beautiful historic period home, that old lovely stonework. And now, as quick as that, we come back to wide open spaces. Spain Road. And there was me musing about my Spanish travels, and we come across the Spain Road. But unfortunately, it's not the road to Spain. It's still expensive airfares to get there. They've gone up a lot since we went, just last September. So yes, it's going to be more expensive to get over to Spain from now on. This is like millions and millions of bugs, and there's a willy wagtail just in the tree behind it. He keeps swooping through and grabbing a mouthful. But now that I'm videoing, of course he's not going to swoop through and grab a mouthful, so I won't be able to show you that. But there's yeah, it's like tons of bugs out here. I don't know whether it's like breeding season or what it is. But yeah, as long as I don't have to walk through that cluster of bugs, I'm happy. So this is the end of the tar road, and we're going to go onto that hard gravelly sort of surface, which on a hot day reflects the heat back up at you pretty well. So yeah, I think this last sort of 6 kilometres is we'll just take our time and plod along. So it's pretty hot. So we've reached the pine tree plantations, and we've just come off that hard surface onto this side road. We thought we might get a bit of shade, but it's really sandy and a little bit hard going, a bit like some of the beach stretches. So we'll see how we go. We might go back onto the hard stuff ahead. Time to stop for a cuppa and a bit of lunch, and we've got all these pine trees, so we don't have to walk far off the road to find a nice shady spot. So yeah, this looks nice. So that's our break done. We have got about 8 kilometres to go. We're just walking up this side path. It's a bit too sandy, so I'll probably go back on the road soon. Haha, funny. Here's me thinking that we were going to get some shade from the trees, come across this side path and walk all the way there in the shade. But the path comes to an end, so we're going back onto that hot white surface. Here's an intersection. We're still on Hinton Road, so we're coming across here. There's been a couple of cars that have zipped past just while we've been here, and so we're out of the sun. We've come in next to the pine trees, and walking in the shade now, so it's very nice. I mean, it's a bit soft underfoot with the sandy surface, but it's better than being out in the blazing sun. So here's the first major intersection that we're crossing on this road. This is the Wonderlow Forest Road. So yeah, we continue straight on from here. And we've got probably another 4 or 5 kilometres until we hit the T intersection and turn left and make our way to our accommodation for tonight. So we continue along Hinton's Road. Here's another cross track. So I think the easiest way to do this walk is to just get onto Hinton's Road. Just keep going on Hinton's Road. It'll come to an end when it gets to the T intersection. And as I mentioned yesterday in day 5 video, you've really got, Google Maps is great. It tells you exactly where you are, and you know, if there's any confusion about do I take a left or do I take a right here, refer to Google Maps, see where the road goes. And because we're able to do that, we know exactly where this road goes. So we've been able to walk along here with confidence in where we're going, because there's no markers. It's not like the Camino in Spain where you've got shell markers and arrows. There's nothing. There's literally nothing on this walk. So yes, Google Maps, my strong recommendation. So we're still on Hinton's Road and I'm getting close to the last of the intersections, I think. So yeah, both ways. But as I said before, just keep going on Hinton's Road. So we're going to go over that gate, which is the Grundy Lane Native Forest Reserve. That's a mouthful. But look, the beauty of this is, look at the walk in front of us. This looks fantastic. In the shade, surrounded by green. This will be great. So we're going to stop for a quick break and have a drink and continue on our way. Just looking at all the things you can do, and yeah, you can't do anything. Oh, hang on, you can walk. Through the gate, which is the end of that really delightful little stretch. That was such a great stretch to walk along, and I believe this is our turn-off point. This is the T intersection, so we are going to turn left here. So this is Grundy's Lane, and we're going to go up here and follow this road for about 900 metres, and then we will reach our accommodation for tonight. For what it's worth, I think after the 2 big days we had, which was the 34 Ks and the 29-30 Ks yesterday, I think it would have been really tough going for us to do 37 kilometres all the way to Kalangaloo. It's a cool name. But you know, maybe you'll be different. You'll get to Mt Gambier and you'll feel good and you'll be in your walking mojo and you'll smash it out. So completely up to the individual, but that's how we felt about it today. And here we are, the Bushhaven Cottage.
The garden. Oh, so she used to garden here. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, we got stamps for our passports, and this is our accommodation, bathroom, and wow, washing machine. Yay! And we've got this whole thing to ourselves, which we don't need, of course, but yeah, it's the kitchen, and very nice lounge room, fireplace, and it looks like a nice place to sit outside, and they've done a nice job with the gardens. And so, summary of day 6 from Mt Gambier to the Bushhaven Cottages, which is where we are now. It's really lovely sitting here. It's a nice sunny afternoon and green grass and shade from the trees. It's just a pleasure sitting here and relaxing and just unwinding and actually thinking about what this has all been about. And I was just saying to my wife before that I think this has been a more meaningful journey for me than what Spain was. And it's hard to put my finger on the reason why. I think in Spain it held a lot of meaning because of the people we met and the friendships we made. And of course, you know, the beautiful Spanish landscapes and cathedrals and food. But this one is a lot lonelier. You know, as I said before, we haven't come across one pilgrim on the whole walk, which has made you approach the whole thing differently. So not only has it been a more solemn walk, but it's also been a tougher walk than what Spain was, and I can't quite put my finger on why it has been a tougher walk. It could be the changing weather conditions, the changing landscapes, you know, the brutalness of what Australia is all about when you're in the wide open spaces where the sun just smashes down on you. And I just can't put my finger on why it's tougher, but it has felt tougher than what Spain was. Rewarding, yes, absolutely, in a lot of ways, and especially if you haven't been to this part of the world. I mean, we've walked through parts of Australia that we've never ever been to, and I must admit, like, I'm not religious at all, but I have found myself thinking quite deeply about Mary MacKillop and what she did way back in the 1800s and everything that she achieved and gave of her life to those, to the underprivileged in society. So, yeah, that's sort of my thoughts for day 6, for what it's worth. So day 7, we head off from here, Bushhaven Cottages, and we go to Kalangadoo, which is around 20 kilometres. So it's going to be hotter again tomorrow, so hopefully not wide open spaces, but yeah, we'll just take it as it comes. And then the last day we'll be into Penola and the finish of the walk, and I'm just having a look at the book, and so it'll be 28 kilometres on the last day. So we might have an early start on Sunday morning just so that we get there at a reasonable time and can actually enjoy finishing the Aussie Camino and being in Penola. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying the videos. I mean, I don't usually do these. I only made this because this is what I was looking for to watch before I came and did this walk. I wanted to know more details about it, and that's why I've done this video, and I hope somebody gets something out of it. So once again, I'll put all the links of everywhere we went today. The good coffee, I always put the good coffee in because I love good coffee. So the link to the little coffee place this morning will be there, of course. And for those who are going to continue watching, I will see you in the morning.